The wrong view of failure. Ladies and gentlemen, grow up in a world that teaches us one dangerous lie, that failure is something to be ashamed of. From the moment we start school, we are given the message if you fail, you're not good enough in school. A red mark on your test means you're weak in that subject. In sports, losing a game means you didn't try hard enough in life. If your idea doesn't work, people say maybe it's not for you. Without realizing it, we start to fear failure like it's a monster hiding in the dark, something to avoid at all costs. We start to play safe, we lower our goals. We stop taking chance. And do you know what happens when you live your life like that? You might avoid failure, but you also avoid greatness. The truth is, failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall again and again. If falling meant they should stop, no child in history would have ever learned to walk, but they keep getting up because falling is just part of the process. So why is it that when we grow older we forget this? Why do we suddenly think that failing at something means we are not worthy? Here's the dangerous thing: when you believe failure defines you, you start defining yourself by your mistakes instead of your potential. You look at your setbacks and think, this is who I am. But listen to me carefully. Failure is an event, not an identity. You are not your failed exam. You are not your rejected proposal. You are not your broken relationship. There is something that happens to you. It is not who you are. And here's the most painful part: because we fear failure so much, most people never even try the things they dream about. They don't write the book they've been thinking about. They don't start the business they've been planning for years. They don't tell the person they love how they feel. Why? Because of the thought, what if I fail? But I want you to hear this clearly. What if you fail? You will learn, you will grow, you will rise stronger. The only real failure is never trying at all.
Failure is the teacher. Ladies and gentlemen, if success is the goal, then failure is the classroom where you learn how to get there. The problem is most people treat failure like a final exam. They failed, and they walk away from the course forever. But in reality, failure, the only question is, are you willing to pay attention? Think about it. Success often makes you feel good, but it doesn't teach you much. You win, you celebrate, and you move on. But when you fail, failure forces you to stop, to think, to analyze, to ask, what went wrong? What did I miss? What can I do better next time? Failure shines a light on the things you couldn't see before. It forces you to face your weaknesses so you can turn them into strengths. Let me put it this way. Success can make you proud, but failure makes you wise. Success can give you confidence, but failure gives you strength. Success can make you believe in yourself, but failure teaches you why you should believe in yourself. History is full of people who embraced this truth. Albert Einstein couldn't speak fluently until he was 9 years old, and his teachers thought he would never amount to much. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because his editor said he lacked imagination. Oprah Winfrey was told she was But what did they all have in common? They listened to the lessons failure gave them. They didn't just move on, they moved forward. Here's the thing. Failure has two sides. One side will try to break you. It will fill you with shame, doubt, and fear. But the other side will build you. It will teach you resilience, creativity, and problem solving. Which side you get depends entirely on your mindset. If you see failure as an ending, that's exactly what it will be. But if you see it as a teacher, it will prepare you for a bigger, better comeback than you could ever imagine. So the next time life knocks you down, I want you to get up, dust yourself off, and ask, all right, failure, what are you here to teach me today? Because the truth is, every failure you face is simply a training ground for your future victory.